Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back. Welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another Thursday question and answer session, as we like to do here. Shout out to everyone out there that's been waiting patiently today for me. Sorry, we're having just a few technical difficulties. You know how it is when doing things live. It's not the same as when you just, do a pre-recorded video or episode or what have you. So we're here and we're live and we're ready to rock and roll, and I hope you guys are as well. And shout out to everyone out there that's already out there early. We came out here a little earlier this week since today is the Day of the Dead, and we just celebrating as we do out here in Mexico. With that being said, we got three questions that three uno, dos, tres questions that we answer every single Thursday, and this is no different. So let's just get right into it. We got three. This is question number one of the three. And for any new viewers out there, how we usually do out here is that every Thursday we just go and answer each individual question in an individual live stream. And that's how we're doing it right now. So for anyone out there that's curious and wants to check out, let's say my website, you can just click on all the links down below and, just go straight to my website. And if you go to my website, you can find out more about how all this works. Things are going to be changing up, in the next few weeks and upcoming month and upcoming year, since we're already ending this year. And we had a, pretty good run with this format. But, we're going to be switching it up as we do here all the time on the channel, trying to keep everybody on their toes and trying to keep you guys entertained, informed, and well, you know what I mean? Hopefully you're enjoying the show out there and all that good stuff. So, again, just for any curiosity, for any new viewers out there, you can just go to my website or even on my YouTube page, just straight on my YouTube page, just, scroll down there. And I have a whole mess of videos and information. Sorry, just getting ready for the other videos. But anyways, you can just scroll through here and you can see all the videos that I've, all the questions that I've answered before. So, again, if you really look into, my YouTube page and my website, you get to see all of the questions and videos, that I've talked about, all the things that I've done before in the past. So anyone that wants to, know more information about moving to Mexico, just come to my website. You get tons of free information on everything you need to know. Like I said, talking about all kinds of things like, gringo tax, explaining Mexican currency, what is a passport, bro, gold and silver, Spanish, scams, flying to Mexico, Mexican bank account, ATMs, expat groups, I can go on and on. Anything you could even imagine, even questions in it you never even thought, that you needed an answer to. Guess what? I got you. So again, please check out the rest of the website. On today's video, now that I see people are, finally coming in and we're kind of already done dealing with, the technical difficulties today, we can get right into the video and into answering this question. So, by the way, this is an easy question. We're going to answer it really quickly. The question is, can I renew my tip as a permanent resident? By the way, what is the tip? A tip is a temporary import permit for your automobile. Okay, so a lot of people out there that come to Mexico, you guys come out here and you bring your car from the USA or Canada, and eventually once you're here, you got to import it, or eventually you got to get its papers. Just like you got to get your papers, through immigration, well, so does a car. You got to import the car, and that's when things get a little bit, a little shady. And not shady, sorry, wrong word. When things get a little bit difficult. All right, that's the proper word. All right. So, we're going to get into that in a second. So shout out to Stevo out there. He's the one that, shout out this question for me to answer. So, okay, real quick, I want to give a shout out to everyone in the audience. Shout out to Jalisco, Guanajuato Travels. Shout out to Karid Khan. Shout out to all the way from Pakistan. Look at that. Wow, that's awesome. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to Adrian De La Torre from Henderson, Nevada. Hey, I know that area. Shout out to ES Caliber. Hello. Shout out to Mike. Look at that. Shout out to Mike becoming a member. Thank you very much. Shout out to you. Thank you very much. Thank you for supporting the show. Hope you enjoy the exclusive gifts and chat. So by the way, real quick for anyone out there, since I do these live streams a lot, I do 4, I do 3 a week. But minimum 4 a month. You know, we go live every single week. You know, we try to. You know, look at these gifts. I'm gonna show you guys some of these icons. Look, ta-da! So all of a sudden, you know, you get like all kinds of cool things. You know, so if you join the chat, a lot of you like to join me while I do these live streams. All kinds of live streams that I do here on the channel. Well, now you can interact a little bit more with even cooler things like you know, like stickers. Okay, anyways, ciao. Look at that. Ciao from Italy. La Dolce Vita. Shout out to you. Shout out to Mike again. Thank you very much. Mike says, I was wondering if sometimes you could interview any veterans that are living in Mexico. Yes, I would love to. By the way, I'm going to be working on more interviews. So that's, by the way, we're going to be doing multiple things going forward next year. So that's one of the things, right? Yes, we're going to be doing a lot more interviews, okay? And yeah, you know what I mean? By the way, anyone in the audience that would love, you know, to maybe collaborate, maybe get interviewed, talk or whatever, please send me an interview and, you know, I'm going to interview you, a pre-interview, all right, to see if, you know, you're worth having on the show or not. Because, look, you know, again, there's a gazillion people, okay, that want to reach out and, you know, tell their story. But, you know, not everybody wants to hear everybody's story. But I'm just being honest, okay? But, you know, regardless, you know, most people out there, if you do reach out to me, you know, we'll probably be able to, you know, share your story with the rest of the audience. Because, again, the more unique, the better. So, yes, you know, I'm glad that you brought that up, Mike, because I don't have any interviews with any veterans or anyone, you know, like that. And I know a lot of veteran friends, trust me. I got a lot of them out there. But not everybody wants to be on camera. I do have an upcoming one, now that I'm thinking about it, with a friend, a really good friend of mine, that is a veteran as well. So maybe he'll share more about that as well. But yes, you know, I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of people that come out here, a lot of them are ex-military and veterans, and you'd be surprised. You know, most of my friends are, you know, from that ilk. Because again, you know, from all the things I talk about on my channel, you know, someone that has, you know, lived abroad or worked abroad, you know, again, for like the armed forces, for example, you know, they're just, you know, a lot better at dealing with living abroad than the average American. So let's just keep that, you know, straight. But anyways, all right, let's just keep going. All right. So thank you, Mike. I appreciate that, brother. Says, thank you. I'm planning to move to Ensenada this year and receiving medical care from VA in San Diego. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I also got friends that are, you know, kind of in a similar situation, you know, where they're moving up north, closer to the border, to also be closer to the VA and things like that. But yeah, it's a whole thing. So, you know, we'll talk about it more in a future episode. All right. Yeah, sorry, I don't want to get too sidetracked here. But yes, thank you. Shout out to you, and thank you so much. Shout out to KM Life for Good is good. Thank you. Shout out to everyone out there in the audience. I really appreciate it. We're just, again, as you guys know or don't know, we're just trying to, you know, really set up and build a community here that keeps growing more and more each and every day, so that you guys don't just rely on me, for example, on information, but perhaps more like rely on the channel, you know, for, you know, tons of information from various people out there. You know, tons of people that I'm going to have interviewed, and will be sharing their story, their unique story and perspective to, you know, living out here and moving to Mexico. That would be very important to so many of you guys out there, because, you know, I think a lot of you guys already are kind of, you know, bored, you know, or kind of over, you know, the usual interviews out there, you know what I mean? Just, you know, the same old, hey, we're out here to retire, we love it, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, okay, I get it. You know, I think most people, you know, we're tired with, you know, doing those interviews, you know, not just in this channel, but I'm sure, you know, they're all over the internet. I'm trying to really just share unique stories, like mine. You know, I got a unique story. A lot of you guys have a unique story. Would love to share it with the rest of you guys. So with that being said, Stevo, shout out to Stevo out there for, you know, providing the donation for me to answer this question, which we got to answer at some point. It's already almost 10 minutes into this stream, into this video, and we haven't even answered it. Jesus, man, who pays this guy? This is terrible. Bruh. Who watches this dude? Anyways, all right, so let's just get into it. But this is I mean, I should have already answered it, and this thing should have been done by now, all right? Henceforth, why we're going to be switching it up, starting basically next Thursday, when it comes to like the format of the live streams, okay? Because, we got to, stay on point here. And I know a lot of you guys really enjoy these live streams. So, we just got to make it better for all of us. So with that being said, the question here, again, hold on.
Bruh.
The question here is, can I renew my tip as a permanent resident? Short answer, no. Yeah, I know. Sorry. I know for anyone out there that, Stevo, sorry, for having to wait 10 whole minutes to just get that answer. Okay. But again, can you renew your tip as a permanent resident? No, you can't. Can you do it as a citizen? No, you can't either. Why even ask as a citizen? Well, there's a lot of you guys out there, again, that have been watching my channel and have realized that you can get your Mexican citizenship like that. And by the way, I'm going to be sharing stories on that as well for any other Mexicans out there that are interested in that kind of information. We're going to be going deeper dive into that. But long story short, a lot of you guys have figured that out. And so you come out here in your tourist visa, you get your citizenship, within the month. And once you become a Mexican citizen, well, now you're kind of stuck with your car, and then you got to deal with that. That's just one example. Other examples, other people that have come out here again on a tourist visa, or perhaps, they got their they got their residency in a consulate and they come on their canje, whatever. Anyways, long story short, they come on here on a tourist visa or a temporary residency, and then eventually they become a permanent resident or a citizen, but just permanent resident, and then they quickly find out, oh, now I'm stuck with the car that I can't really use because I cannot get a tip, and I cannot import it, and I can't sell it, and I can't, what do I do? So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about here. Oh, Amputee Adventures, shout out to you, brother. Bro, reach out to me. You know what? I'll hit you up later, all right? Because I would love to interview you, and I'm sure the audience would love to hear your story, all right? Yeah, there we go. Boom. All right. That's, a really good friend of the show. Shout out to him. He has a channel as well. Please check out his channel. But yes, we're going to be interviewing, all right, my good friend, all right? So, all right, let's stay on topic. All right, Jesus. Anyway, so back to the tip. So what is a tip? DogeCoin is asking me. So a tip is a temporary import permit. This is only pertaining to people that drive their car, bring their automobile into Mexico. Okay, so if you're bringing your automobile into Mexico and you're on a tourist visa, when you renew your tourist visa, you'll also have to renew your car's tourist visa, which is the tip. So basically how it works is that, again, if you have your car, and you drove it to Mexico and your 180-day tourist visa is expired or about to expire, you have to drive your car out, of the country and bring it back in. Yeah, that's right. In order to renew your tip. Now, again, in recent years, this has been facilitated where you can pay a fee. You can go to immigration, and deal with immigration, or hire a lawyer, hire a facilitator. Long story short, and you can get your tip renewed, just like you can get your tourist visa renewed if you want, without leaving Mexico. You can do it all through immigration. Now, of course, it's going to cost money. People think, oh my God, it's free. Why isn't it free? Or, they're also going to say, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like, damn it, I lost my train of thought. Long story short, the point is that, you can get it done. Okay. Now, again, you can just cross the border and cross back. That's going to cost money too, right? Or you can get it done in Mexico. But long story short, you got to renew this. And when you have a temporary residency, well, then you're also going to get, again, an extended tip. So let's say you get a 4-year temporary residency. Well, you're also going to get a 4-year tip for your car. All right. But the minute that you become a permanent resident or a citizen, then you're kind of, in a bad position. Effed. You're kind of, hold on. You're kind of in a... You're kind of, was it? Anyways, but you know what I mean. And this...
Bruh.
And the reality is that why? Well, because you got to nationalize your car. And then in order to nationalize your car, you got to pay taxes. And those taxes are determined by the blue book value of your car, which is, again, determined by some random, Mexican working for the whatever import permit service, whatever that is, okay? And so you're at the discretion of theirs, and have no idea how much it's going to cost, and most people end up not doing it because it ends up being a lot more expensive than even maybe what it's even worth to have that car. So a lot of people end up having to figure out a way to sell their car in the USA or get rid of it, because you cannot get rid of it or sell it in Mexico unless it is nationalized, meaning that the car also has to get a Mexican VIN number, Mexican information, tag, the whole thing. It has to be nationalized, and then you can sell it in Mexico. Otherwise, you cannot sell it in Mexico. So, again, if you're bringing your car, just know that that's going to be a situation. Before, I honestly didn't know about this. A lot of people didn't know too much about this. And again, a lot of people just figured, oh, whatever, I'll deal with it when it happens. Oh, whatever, I'll just, I'll pay the tax, I'll pay the fees. And then they quickly realize when the time has come, when the time is, arrived to do this, they don't want to do it. They don't want to go through with it for a lot of reasons. It's too expensive, it's not worth it, all this other reasons. So this is something that a lot of people really have to consider. Again, you basically, if you come out here and you're on your tourist visa and you plan on getting a 4-year temporary residency, look, you probably got like a good 5+ years that you can use your car out here in Mexico, no problem, with a foreign tag. You're good to go, yada, 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 because you'll have a tip for your car that'll be, just as long as your temporary residency. But once it's not that once you decide to get rid of your temporary residency, no. It's that once your 4-year temporary residency is over, that's it. You know what I mean? If you're there's no renewing it. There's no renewing it to another temporary residency. It's only permanent residency. That's it. So once your 4-year max temporary residency is over, then at that point, you will be forced, to be a permanent resident. And then at that point, well, then so is your car. Meaning your car cannot be a permanent resident. Your car cannot get a permanent tip. Your car now has to be nationalized, meaning, again, you either pay the money, pay the tax, or get rid of it. Now, if you're coming out here, let's just say that you're coming out here with like a classic car, you got a lot of money, you got, it's a toy, you got plenty of, finances to just get it done, get it nationalized, get it whatever, man, you do it. But if you're just a regular old Joe like me, regular old, Joe Jan, John Doe, Jane Doe out there, with your regular old car, and you're coming out here and, you're going to deal with a similar situation, well, you might also, have to need to figure out that you're going to need an exit plan or some sort of game plan for that time, whenever that time might be. So again, if you're coming out here and you already have permanent residency, how are you going to get a tip for your car? How are you going to get a resident? So that's the thing, something that you need to look into. And that's what, for a lot of people, not just a car, but for many things, the advice is that, look, if you're moving to Mexico, if you finally made that decision that you're going to come out here and move to Mexico, just get rid of everything and then buy everything in Mexico, So I don't have to deal with any of those problems because I bought my car in Mexico, my old used, truck that you see in the videos. I bought that here in Mexico, and that's it. I paid $1,500 for that, and then that's it. Plus, tags and fees. Not a big deal. So, all right, let's just read. Okay, but anyways, that basically should answer your question. So for anyone out there that still has any more questions on this situation, let me know and we'll cover it. I'm going to read the chat, see what you guys have to say. But if you have any other questions on this, let me know. If not, we're going to be quickly moving on to the next question that we got to answer today. So again, for anyone new out there, the format that we do out here is that, every single Thursday we answer 3 questions. Again, this is probably going to be the last Thursday we're doing this format. I think next week we're going to start moving into the new format. Stay tuned. But it's going to be something very similar, something that you guys, I think, will, enjoy just as much. So it's not a big deal. We're just trying to streamline things and make things easier for all of us. All right, so real quick. So for anyone out there that's curious, once we're done with this question, which is talking about the tip, we're going to move on to the next question, which is, talking about the hurricane, all right? The Hurricane Otis that hit Acapulco. We're going to be doing a big, kind of like live stream on that. And then we're going to talk about the Day of the Dead, because the Day of the Dead is today. So again, each one is going to get its own live stream. So we're just, finishing off, the questions I had in the queue from most of you guys, from you guys that asked me these questions in the past. All right, let's just get into it real quick. All right, questions. All right, so let's look through the chat. So shout out to everyone out there. Shout out to the shout outs. Narujaloof, shout out to you. La Dolce Via says, I would love to do an interview with you. I moved to Italy 7 years ago, like so many people want to do, but now getting my permanent residency in Mexico could not take all our bureaucracy in Italy. Viva Mexico. Awesome. Wahoo fans. Jose, you seem to have more live streams than other people have. Yeah, I love doing live streams. So, like I said, we're changing the format going forward. Usually, I do, like this week. Okay, today we're going to be doing 3 live streams. So imagine 3 times 4 weeks, that's 12. That's 12 live streams a month. So we're going to be dropping that down to just 4 live streams a month. I think that's plenty. And there's plenty of questions, plenty of topics to talk about. But again, we're just switching up the format a little bit because, this format that we're doing here, of answering just one question per stream, it's kind of like, almost done because I've already answered just about every single question, So again, that's why I keep encouraging you guys to check out my YouTube page, go to my website, and you can find all the free information, all the questions that have been asked, in the past throughout the whole year. We've done this, throughout the year. So I got a lot of videos. So shout out to you. Thank you. ES Caliber says, that's why I'm buying a car in Mexico. I don't want to hassle with bringing a car. That's a great question. Yeah, great. It sounds like a headache. It is a headache. I mean, it's good for the time being, like I was explaining earlier, but eventually it's going to get to the point where you're like, all right, you know what I mean? This is, now what? Now what am I going to do with this car? Glad the information was useful. I don't know that working on getting my temporary residency, you only get it once and then you get permanent residency. Yeah, I mean, again, like if you get a temporary residency for 1 year, then yeah, when you're going to go renew, they're probably going to tell you to get a temporary residency. You got to meet certain requirements. So, but the point is that if you have been a temporary residency for 4 years, yeah, that's it. By that, and you've been living in Mexico the whole time, yeah, no, when you go to immigration, they're going to simply tell you, no, you're a permanent resident, so we're just going to give you a permanent residency. You can apply, you can get it. That's it. So that's basically how it works. It's not like the U.S. at all. It's not like other countries that make all this so difficult. It's simply, do you live here? All right, you're a resident. That's it. I mean, why should it be any more difficult than that? So the people out there, in other YouTube videos and other people on the internet that make it seem like immigrating to Mexico is extremely difficult and hard and difficult. It's not. It's pretty easy. It's pretty straightforward. Especially these days, can't get any easier. So, all right. So, okay, I think we're done here. So, I think we've already talked about, everything we need to talk about when it comes to the truck. Not the truck, sorry, the car and a temporary import permit. Okay? So, like I was saying earlier, guys, all right? What we're going to do now, all right? We're going to end this live stream. But before we end the live stream, we're going to go to just, again, my YouTube page. On my YouTube page right here. Okay, this is the one that we're doing. Okay, can I renew my tip? We're done here. All right, now we're moving on to the next question. So just go over there and click on it. Wait for me. I'll be there in 5 minutes. All right, and we're going to be talking about, Hurricane Otis. All right, and we're going to be doing a whole thing on this. So you don't miss out because it's a lot. Okay, we got a lot of stuff going on there. So please, everybody, right now, we're done here. Start migrating over there, all right, while I wrap this bad boy up, all right? So start migrating over to the next video, and we're going to, wrap this bad boy up. Anyways, want to give a big shout out to all my viewers, to shout out to all my patrons, all my members. You know, see Mike out there, there's a new member. Shout out to every single one of you guys that, you know, is always here live every single Thursday with me while we talk about whatever is on the docket, you know, and whatever question you guys are asking me or whatever topic you guys want me to talk about. Again, that's what we do here every Thursday. I basically, you know, pick a topic, you know, straight, you know, from you guys, and we talk about it. You know, there's a lot of, so right now we're talking about the hurricane that literally hit last week. And so here we are, you know, literally last week as we were doing our live streams is when this was going on. So we're going to be talking about this now. But again, every single Thursday, if you want to hang out and interact with the rest of the audience in the chat, you want to hang out, you know, with me and talk and, you know, again, discuss, you know, whatever's relevant at the moment, hang out with me here every single Thursday. And you already know what's up. You know, we have a great old time no matter what we're doing. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video in which we, you know, talked about, you know, can you renew your tip? I know it was a very long-winded episode, but hey, we did it. We got it done. So shout out to everyone. I love you guys. Thanks again for watching. If you are watching this in the future, again, just check out these videos and the links, you know, that you're probably seeing pop up already. And just, you know, thanks again for hanging out with me today. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right. Bye. See you soon. All right. See, look, everybody's already joining the other question. All right. See you guys in a couple seconds. Bye.